exists a quiet language that women speak, not through words, but rather through actions. When a woman is deeply in love with a man, her behavior begins to shift in subtle yet powerful ways, often going unnoticed. You won't catch it in her text messages, nor will you hear it in the casual routine, "I love you." But you will see it in how she consistently shows up for the man who truly holds her heart. So if you've ever asked yourself how to tell if a woman genuinely loves you, focus less on what she says and more on these 7 silent expressions she reserves only for the man she deeply cherishes. Love, when seen through the eyes of a woman, appears differently. For many men, love is shown by what they do. But for women, love itself is the doing. When she offers her heart, she offers her entire world along with it. Yet she doesn't give it away easily, and certainly not to just anyone. The experience of modern dating has taught many women to guard themselves, to move carefully, to remain measured and composed. However, when a man awakens something within her, something deeper, something secure and soul-stirring, she begins to respond from instinct rather than calculation. That's the moment when real love begins. These are the 7 things a woman will only do for the man she truly loves. First, she softens in his presence. In today's world, women are expected to be strong, self-reliant, and independent. While these qualities are admirable, they can also be draining. But with the man she loves, she lets herself relax, not from weakness, but from a sense of safety. Around him, she drops the armor. She stops performing. She breathes more freely and laughs more openly. She doesn't feel the need to defend herself or prove anything. Her softness is not about submission, it's about trust. And a woman only allows herself to soften in the presence of a man whose energy assures her that she can fully embody her femininity without fear. Second, she challenges him with respect. Contrary to what some men may assume, a woman in love won't always agree with you. But how she disagrees, that's where her love becomes visible. She doesn't shame, criticize, or belittle. She challenges you in ways that strengthen you. Even when it's uncomfortable, she calls out your blind spots because she sees who you are and believes in who you can become. When she loves you, she invests in your growth. She speaks to the king within you, even when you're acting nothing like one. And the way she does this, with grace, strength, and a presence that complements rather than competes, makes all the difference. Third, she begins to prioritize your peace. A woman in love becomes finely attuned to how her presence affects yours. She notices your mood, your stress, your silences, and the subtle shifts in your energy. When she senses that the world is weighing you down, she doesn't add to the pressure. Instead, she becomes your calm, a soothing presence. She creates space for your storms without rushing to fix them. She adapts herself, not by losing who she is, but by meeting you where you are. Your peace becomes intertwined with hers, and she will guard it, nourish it, and sometimes even place your comfort before her own, not out of martyrdom, but because for her, loving you means standing with you. Fourth, she opens the door to her private world. Every woman carries within her an entire inner universe, made of stories, dreams, fears, and memories. But not everyone is granted access to that sacred space. When she loves you, that door slowly creaks open. She begins sharing stories from her childhood, her vulnerabilities, her heartbreaks, not to burden you, but to build a deeper bond. She wants you to truly understand where she comes from, so that you can see all of her, not just the polished surface. Because to her, love isn't only about being held, it's about being seen and still accepted. She places her trust in you by revealing her truths. And that trust isn't given casually, it's earned through patience, presence, and consistency. It's earned by the man who doesn't retreat when she reveals the raw, unfiltered parts of her soul. Fifth, she begins to include you in her vision of the future. A woman who loves you no longer thinks just in terms of me, she starts thinking in terms of we. Her language starts to shift, as do her plans. She begins imagining a future with you, not only tomorrow, but years from now. She starts to factor you into her decisions. She speaks about shared dreams, long-term goals, mutual growth, not because she's trying to trap you, but because to her, love and future are inherently connected. This isn't about losing her independence. It's about weaving your lives together intentionally. She's inviting you into the architecture of a life you both build side by side. Sixth, she approaches conflict differently. Yes, even a woman who loves you with her whole heart will fight, but love transforms how she does it. She doesn't fight to win, she fights to understand. She doesn't use silence or sarcasm as weapons. Instead, she holds on to the connection, even in disagreement. Her intention isn't to tear things down but to strengthen the bond. And though she may get emotional, she always comes back. She apologizes, she reflects, she chooses to repair the rift. Because to her, the relationship holds more value than her ego. A loving woman won't avoid conflict. She will walk through it with you, guided by humility, heart, and a willingness to grow together. Seventh, she continues to love you through your weakness. This is the true measure. Loving someone's strengths, charm, and ambition is easy, but the depth of a woman's love is revealed in how she holds you when you feel like you're falling apart. When you doubt yourself, when you failed, when you feel broken or uncertain. Does she criticize you for not being the man she believed in? Or does she sit beside you, gently reminding who you truly are? A woman in love sees beyond your current pain. She speaks life into you in moments when you've forgotten your own worth. She doesn't try to fix you. She believes in you. And sometimes, that belief is what leads you back to yourself. Her love isn't built on admiration alone. It's rooted in devotion. She may not always say it out loud, and she may never post it online. But if a woman truly loves you, you'll feel it. Not in her words, but in her consistent presence, in her quiet sacrifices, in the loyalty that never wavers, in the honesty that holds you accountable, and in the way she keeps believing in you, even when you've lost faith in yourself. Most men don't see it. They wait for bold declarations, for loud affirmations, for unmistakable signs. But the man who learns to recognize the quiet, sacred gestures, the way she softens, the way she plans a future with you, the way she stands by you, even when it's hard, that man begins to understand a truth most overlook. When a woman truly loves you, you won't need to chase her heart. She'll offer it to you, piece by piece, through actions that only real, inspired love can create. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.